So welcome to my channel. That's what we call the good life. Today I'm going to be talking about rhubarb and how you can look after it and what to do with it this time of year to get it ready for next year so you get a really good harvest. Now if you've not already subscribed to my channel, if you could please do so, because you'll get lots of helpful hints and tips all throughout the year from my home garden, my allotment, and from time to time my home kitchen. And if you are a new subscriber, if you could please give us a comment to let us know you're new and what you like best, that would be really awesome. So moving on to the rhubarb. So here's my rhubarb here up at the allotment. I do have another patch at home, and if I'm honest, it's good to have another patch somewhere, because sometimes you have to move it when it's not doing quite so well. So one of the things people ask about is, now all my foliage has gone on mine, but if you have got any foliage left on your rhubarb, just leave it and let it die off naturally. It's the best thing to help it rejuvenate for next year. So the only thing I've done is I've left all the leaves to dry off naturally on the rhubarb, but I have weeded in and around the rhubarb to make sure, get rid of as many weeds as I can, so obviously it will do a lot better as a result. I've also started putting some manure on it. So we're really lucky up at the allotment, we get horse manure delivered. It doesn't matter if it's really well rotted or not, it's a little bit rotted but it's enough. And then what I do is I just tip it over the rhubarb. It's a really good way of feeding your rhubarb, really easy, really cheap. So I've tipped one over already, and I'm just going to put this one over. So well, I did this a couple of years ago, but I had the best rhubarb ever, so it's definitely worth giving it a go. So that's tipped over. The one thing you just want to do is you want to spread it out and make sure you can still see the crown. So where I've spread it out over here, you can see I can still see the crowns poking through, because you don't want them to rot. They probably wouldn't, but it's best just to err on the side of caution and just gently with a fork spread it over. And then once you've done that, you can feel where the crowns are. So I've got one there, even maybe you've got some gloves on, you can see the crowns are there. So I'm just moving it in and around like so. So I've got another one there. That. There we go, I've got another one there. Well, they're quite dark, once you just move them with your gloves or something quite gently. And there we go, there's some there. I've had a couple which have rotted, which you're going to get the odd ones. This is quite an old plant, and obviously I'll just pop them on the composter. So if you've got any that are not any good anymore, obviously just remove them and pop them on the composter. So I think I've spreaded that out really well. So that's that part of it. The other part is if you want to split and divide some. December is a really good time to split and divide your rhubarb if you want to move it on. I didn't have the best crop with this rhubarb here this year, but I didn't manure it last year, so I'm manuring it this year. If I still don't get a very good crop, I'm going to split and divide mine and move it somewhere else. So if you're experiencing that your rhubarb hasn't been doing very well and you have been looking after it properly, like feeding it, you might want to consider splitting it and moving it somewhere else. And indeed, it is a good idea to do that. But up at the allotment, people do generally keep it in the same place. But if you have an issue, then it's a good idea to move it. So like I said, this is going to stay here this year. I won't split and divide it, but if you did want to split and divide it, or even just split some to give to someone else as a gift so they can grow some rhubarb, which is something that I often do, December is a really good time to do that. Now I hope that's helped in how you look after rhubarb, and that you'll get a really awesome crop next year. If there's any questions you've got about rhubarb that you're not sure about, please do put them in the comments and we will answer the comment for you.